might be interesting. And then share a couple of ideas with you in terms of where I think the direction of offshore IT services and product development perhaps could go and should go in India. I came to the US in 1969. I landed here with $3.50 in my pocket, went to Carnegie Mellon University, got my master's, got my PhD. And even though we had no previous history of entrepreneurship in my family, I thought I should be the first to actually start a company from scratch. And I built my first company from scratch, straight out of Carnegie Mellon University in 1972-73. Built it to about 10 million in revenue, sold it to a sales round in Europe. This was after 10 years of building it. The third company, which I decided to start in Silicon Valley since the first two had been in Pittsburgh, was Aspect Development. And Aspect Development was one of the first companies in the industry that combined software, analytics, and content all into one package. And we were focused on improving the performance of the front end of the supply chain, particularly around design and procurement, whereas companies like I2 were focused more on the back end of the supply chain, focusing particularly around inventory management and optimizing distribution and so on. And about 9 years later, when it became clear that clients were looking for a one-stop shop covering the full spectrum of the supply chain, from design to procurement to inventory to distribution, the logic of a merger between I2 and Aspect became clear. And of course, at that time, we were in the midst of the internet bubble. Valuations were extremely high, both for I2 and for us. Both were public companies. And when we merged, I2 paid $9.3 billion for the acquisition of Aspect. And certainly at that stage, and perhaps even today, it was the largest software acquisition ever done. And that led to the startup of Symphony Technology Group in January of 2002. And Symphony is the group that I've been building over the last 6 years and certainly plan to continue building over the next many years. Unlike Aspect or American Robot or CompuGuard, which were my first three companies, each of those was a standalone company with a focus on one set of products, one market, one opportunity. And in each of those, I was the founder and the CEO. In Symphony Technology Group, the idea was to do something different at a much larger scale, which was to really create a new kind of private equity firm, a new kind of strategic holding company with the mission of making Symphony a partner to our portfolio companies, a partner in helping to build truly great companies, helping to put companies on a new and better trajectory, helping them to achieve a much higher degree of success than they had ever achieved before. We felt that with the Symphony Technology Group model, our ability to bring serious value-added and serious knowledge and wisdom to our portfolio companies required us to focus. So Symphony Technology Group only owns interests in software and services companies. We do not play in the broad technology space. We limit ourselves to software and services because in that domain, as a strategic holding company, we want to be one of the best. Another very important difference is that our value to our portfolio companies is both strategic and operational in nature. We, for example, routinely drive the transformations of our portfolio companies. We routinely work with the management teams and leadership teams of our portfolio companies around future direction, vision, value propositions, and so on. So it requires a much higher degree of engagement. So if you look at the mix of talent that we have at Symphony Technology Group, it's a combination of investment talent and transformation talent at very senior levels. So our executives like Olive Chatterjee, who you will be meeting at the conclave. He was CEO of I2, before that a senior executive in a number of other very successful companies, and now he's a general partner leading transformations at Symphony Technology Group. And it's that kind of background, that kind of expertise that helps make us very different as compared to other private equity firms. Now, another key element at Symphony Technology Group is that we are really not financial engineers. Our goal is to build great companies, and through that we believe exceptional returns will follow. But to build great companies, you have to know what a great company is, and we have three relatively straightforward ways of defining greatness in a company. And the first of these is a company that is continuously improving and continuously exceeding client expectations of value. So continuous improvement in the value proposition to clients is one key dimension of greatness. And in many of our companies, I would go further and say that we are really focused on creating breakthrough new value propositions, not just evolutionary improvements to an existing value proposition. The second key dimension is really about growth through innovation.